Hey Internet, how's everyone doing out there? Well, I told you I was going to do some more tutorial stuff, and here we are. We're going to do an easy one today. So I guess we'll get right into it. Uh, and I'm going to pick a tool here. I think I want this one. And we're going to do some automatic drawing. And I'm going to try to not think about what I'm drawing and think more about talking to you guys. So what is automatic drawing? Some people call it different things. The term that I'm familiar with is automatic drawing. And what that is just kind of letting go and letting whatever wants to come out. And it's really good that I'm talking to you right now and have no idea what I'm actually doing on the page. So I might have to stop so I can get some brain power and kind of guide you along in the process here. You may have seen some other people do this. Some people do this exclusively. Um, and they just draw. They just draw. So why is this good? Why should you be doing this? Why should you be listening to me? Well, for me, sometimes when I was at the tattoo shop, you just run out of clever ideas. That's it. But you still need to draw. The you need to draw every day, basically, especially if you're going to make it um, something. If you're really going to focus on it, and if it really matters to you, you should be doing it every day. And luckily, drawing's fairly inexpensive. Some paper and some pencil and stuff, and so it's a really nice hobby to have. And this is one of the best ways to relax because literally anything you do is not a mistake. You can't guff up an automatic drawing. There's no wrong you can do in it, and it's really freeing and really nice. And like I said, back to the tattoo shop, when you're out of ideas, you want to make that cool, clever flash, and it's not coming out for you. Well, then it's time to get up and get that pen and paper out, whatever it might be, and get an automatic drawing going. Because it doesn't matter if you don't know what to draw. You still need to draw something. So we'll stop here for a second. And I can't give you a sketchbook tour because even though this is a workbook, a book that I use for work, there's probably some naughty bits that'll pop up when we least expect it, so we can't do that. But as you can see here, there's no aim, there's no goal, you decide when you start and when you finish. And some of it is muscle memory, some of it is being creative and relaxing and letting go. Some of it is you can get your practice in to whatever tool you're using, your brush stroke, your pen stroke, whatever it might be. Okay. So it's about keeping your hand going as well as your mind and letting go, and just really keeping that habit up of drawing. For me especially, it's a matter of keeping the habit going. When you run out of ideas and don't know what to draw or just not feeling something, then it's a good time to go ahead, where was I, to go ahead and start an automatic drawing. And you really just don't want to think about it too much. just want to come do whatever comes natural. You want to be free and you want to get into that flow state, that zen state, that zone. Doesn't matter what you draw, you can, part of the fun is surprising yourself and letting go. And for that reason, it's a really useful tool. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just laying lines down wherever I like. And if I want to press harder and thicken up a line, that's exactly what I'll do. If I want to shade in an area, throw some of that down, that I'll do that too. Like, whatever feels good, guys. You can really let it go in here. I'm gonna squeeze on this pen a little bit. See if I can get the ink flow in a little faster. That's the way this pen works. Excuse me. Let me get a little water in me. So, like I said, you really want to free your mind and let whatever comes out come out. Just come out and play. Let it do whatever it wants to do. Let it become whatever it wants to become. There's no mistake. We can do an ugly line. We can do a random thing. We can add to it. We can leave it alone. There's no wrong way. But, well, maybe there is subjectively a wrong way, and what we want to avoid is something that's a scribble, right? Because there probably is a line between a scribble and a drawn line. So we don't want to let our muscles go all janky, willy wonky all over the place. It might look like I'm doing that right now, but I'm not. I have a pretty practiced hand. It's going exactly where I want it to. So I am drawing the line. I'm doing it with intention. And that intention is important. That's what you're trying to get out of it. You don't. I mean, we could close our eyes and do something, but at the end of the day, even though we don't know what we're drawing, what it is, or what's going to come out, we still want it to be aesthetically interesting. Maybe not beautiful, but interesting at least. We want to imagine that there's some sort of world here. It doesn't have to be a world. It could be a factory, a scene, a figure. You can draw a figure this way. I've done some figures this way. It can be a housecape or a bubbly heavenly world where things do not follow the rules that we are used to following. Instead, they follow their own rules, their own aesthetic priorities is what they are interested in. So there might not be any rules, but that lets us create all the rules that we want. And as you can see, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm not going over things that I've already done. I'm mostly just leaving them be and going to a new area. And in that way, it's kind of like building a mandala, because when you take the first stroke of a mandala, that sets the rule, the pattern that you're going to copy around in a circle. But this is a lot more like a free form mandala where you don't repeat the pattern. You do sometimes because that does create aesthetic cohesion. But you alter the pattern, or you can alter the pattern. You can let it become something new, morph into something else, and really just explore whatever's going on in the mind of your hand, if that makes any sense. Talking hippie trash, sorry guys. But it really is just an exercise of freedom in your mind. Hey, helicopter. No, I'm making sorry, I'm bumping all over the place. I have been thinking about adding a day for a long time, but I'm glad that I haven't because the workload has been pretty huge, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. But I did want to do a quick tutorial on automatic drawing, so that's what we're doing today. And as you can see, this is just a free form drawing. And it's something anyone can do with any implement, any paper, any canvas, any sort of thing. I like brush because I can get a huge variation of lines with brush. And right now, one of the rules is, the only rule that I like to follow most of the time is don't cover up your own lines. Each line is beautiful, and we want to let those lines express themselves and be whatever they want to be. We don't want to get over. Sometimes something will look like something to you, and you can play off of that, and that's good too. Like I said, there's no rules. The point is just to be free and let it go. Don't worry too much about it. Don't harsh on it. Don't think like, oh, I don't like that line I did. Just do another one. Yeah, thank you, Helicopter. Helicopter says, nice, I have no idea where it's going. And that's the trick. Neither of us do. We're both in the same boat. If I see something that I feel needs something, then I add something. And if I think it doesn't need anything, then I leave it alone. If I want to add a spike here with like a gnarly undersection, I can. And if I want to add like a tendril, then I can. So you can do themes. You can do horror. Horror works really well. Industrial, if you keep your lines straight, keep your lines really straight, 90 degrees up and down, and you can pull off industrial really easy if you do your lines really curvy and bubbly, and you add a lot of what's called a motorcycle or power armor or mutant, maybe. Right? It could look like anything, yeah. So it's fun to draw ideas from this for future drawings too. Maybe you see something you like and you add it. One of the things that if you want to do like a really happy looking thing, you add what's called a line of beauty, which is a long curve like this and a short curve right here at the end. And if you add a lot of these and you do like maybe bubbles, like cloudy bubble stuff, and I'm doing it on my weak side, so those are coming out a little janky, alien egg looking. But you can spin the paper around and get it on your strong side so that you can get bubbly feelings and do stuff. Then you can do a nice, easy, like heavenscape, right? So depending on the type of line that you decide to use, you'll get different effects. And then again, let's see, up there, line of beauty, aka curve of beautiful woman. Yes, sir. If you look at a Corvette, that is what inspired a Corvette. That is what our eye is naturally trained to enjoy. So, like I was saying, I like this pen a lot, this brush pen, because I can just quickly add in like black smoke or whatever eerie looking thing is, right? I can switch the width and intention, and it looks like an upside down shadow guy hanging on by there. I didn't do that on purpose, but is it cool? I like it. That's the thing, you can just be nice and free about it, really let yourself go. You don't have to have a lot of talent to do this. It helps, it does help, because if you have an eye for aesthetic beauty or whatever makes things ugly, if you want to make something look ugly, then you know how to avoid aesthetically pleasing things, right? And you can move in that direction. So we're just going to go ahead and continue on here doing whatever it is, because like I said, part of the automatic drawing thing is you don't really want to know what you're doing. When my mind gets tired of doing these weird half circles here, then just move on and do something else. I kind of like that, so I'll continue it a bit. And I think this needs more, so I'll add more. And that's the kind of decisions that you want to make. You want to let your impulsivity really just come out and do whatever it wants. And there's no thought for tomorrow on this, right? You may have like an aesthetic in mind that you're going for. This one's kind of all over the place, which is fine because as I'm influenced on accident because I'm thinking about different things to tell you guys to give you some actual meat, because I could just come on here and say, well, automatic drawing, you just scribble some stuff and make it look good, right? And that's basically what it is. But to give you some real thought process and some real actual ways to go about it, ways to think about it, so that you can actually improve, while I'm telling you the kind of things that you might want to do, it's influencing what I'm doing. And that's okay. Because those random thoughts, you want to pop them down. You want to pop them down onto the sheet, right? And just don't hold them back. Don't hold anything back. If you do something and then after you did it, it doesn't look that good to you, that's great. There has been no mistake. Just put something else in there until you like it. And it's great because you get things out of it that you didn't know you could do. You didn't realize, hey, wait a minute, that's a cool thing that I did. I like the way that looks. Maybe this is a weird alien planet. Maybe this belongs somewhere. Maybe I can take this little element out of it. Maybe this looks like something to me. And right now, I just glanced over at this. And I saw these things and I was like, hey, that would be cool if it was bigger. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add some stuff here and kind of do something like that in that vein that's bigger, because why not? Don't stop yourself. That's one of the things. Just let it go. Um, so I don't. You don't want to spend a lot of time like going over the same thing. Because every line this way has intention to it, even though the secret is we have no intention. A little sorry, I'm INTJ, so I get contradictory, guys. But I think it'd be cool if there was like a big, weird thing popping out of here. I'll make one side curved, and I'll make one side sharp. There, oh, it looks like a crane neck. That's crazy. All right, didn't expect that. That's cool. I don't want to put an eye in there, but I do, so I'll compromise. I'll let the pen decide. And it looks kind of wicked. I think it would look better now if it had like black shadowy smoke coming out of it. I don't know why I thought that, but I did, and here it is. Right. Let's just let it go. Be impulsive. Like I said, I think some gray would be nice, and do some fast strokes so that the ink can't flow fast enough to completely black out what we're doing. And I think I want to continue a little bit more of that over here. Any reason? Nope. Just thought it might be cool. So we're going to go back in here, and I think I want some more very fine details, and that will look like a texture. I'm realizing little half circles to straight lines. Don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm gonna continue in that vein, and I think I'd like to change the shape a little. I'll do little squiggles. Okay, oh, now I'm thinking about those pits that people like to put in demons. There's pitted skin. So they have dark recesses inside of the skin. And that means that they have sharp, pokey features. And maybe we need like longer like channels and skin. That's what that reminds me of, but it might not look like that to you, which is cool, because I'm just going for it. And let your hand do the talking, right? Don't wait for your mouth or your mind to catch up. So is this my best one so far? I feel like it's missing something, and that's cool. So we're gonna go, and what is it missing? I think it would need something down here. Let's get rid of that. Like a line. Maybe this comes together. Maybe it comes from this way too. And maybe this is like multi flange, and now it needs a shadow in these areas. For any reason? Nope, no reason. And we'll connect that to this, like so. Okay, that just happened. And then over here, maybe this I don't like how this is open, so we'll close that off. We're putting these guys in here, and now I made rows of. I'm not gonna say what. Hot dogs will say hot dogs. And now I don't like that they look like hot dogs, so I have these groups so they don't look so much like hot dogs, and maybe they need a little. Alright, now I'm happy again because I didn't want to draw a bunch of hot dogs. But you might want to, so you can do whatever you like, and you can change whatever you like. But notice we're using pen for a reason. You can definitely do this in pencil, right? But if you start erasing stuff, then you're really cutting off your own expression. And right now, I feel like so zen and so relaxed that I feel that that's really part of the point, is to just let go and not worry about fixing anything. Because if you start fixing stuff, you're admitting that you're making mistakes, and that's to me, I feel that automatic drawing. You're not doing it right if you feel you made a mistake. Um, just keep drawing. Just keep drawing. If you don't like the way something looks, add something. I am really starting to dig this one, and I think it could use a big, because this one looks kind of hellscapey to me. I didn't even look while I was doing that. I looked over at the monitor. I think this one could use a big sack, a big leathery sack. Because it will add some gory nastiness to it, and I think it needs that. And we'll add some more. Yeah, we'll add some more of this. We'll turn into that rigid and gross flesh stuff. Hockey sticks, right? Hockey sticks. But it's okay. You don't, like I said, you don't have to fret it. And the great thing with this is like, let's see, I've been doing this for nearly half an hour, and I've got something to show for it. That's great. Oh no, no, I added another one on accident. That must be muscle memory. Just kidding, guys. I don't usually draw sacks, but I thought I could really gross this one up. So let's add some like veins, and you can switch between things you know how to draw and things you don't know how to draw. But this one looks like it needs some veins, because maybe this is like pulsating on top of a hell world somewhere. That's just because of the way that it's making me feel now with the shadows and stuff. I don't, like I said, some of that was influenced because of the way that I was trying to explain stuff to you. So it came out of my hand before I could stop it. You gotta believe me, bro. This is only like the second sack I've ever done. It's almost looking done to me. I think what would be nice is if there was darker stuff around here, contrast. So we're gonna add some more black to bring out some of that, um, separate some of the elements with some contrast. Um, let's darken this up because the ink wasn't flowing right when I did that. To black this out, because why not? Let's add some shadow in here. Right up in there. But yeah, I mean, if anything, I was talking about how stuff was gross and I wanted to add something gross. So at least you know I think they're gross. But again, I didn't have a theme. I didn't have a theme on this one. I just went for it, and whatever I was talking about influenced it. But you might have a theme, and like I said, if you want industrial stuff, perpendicular lines, you can do lots of those. That might be easier in pencil, so you might want to change the tool that you're using as well. But perpendicular lines, right angles all over the place, can easily make something look industrial. Bubbly stuff looks heavenly to me. Wavy stuff looks chaotic. This brush is really good at wavy stuff, so we got a lot of that today. So the tool that you're using will influence it. Definitely, especially if you want to do this like in color. There's no reason why you can't pick up a blue pen or a red pen. Just go for it, guys. This form of drawing, like I said, it's good for when you're out of ideas, you need to warm up your hand, you need to generate ideas, you need to relax, you need to get your mind flowing. It's a good thing to practice. See, I hesitated there, so I was doing it wrong. But it's cool because something good still came out. Something I like. Let's give this another squeeze because it's running a little light there. Starting to put gray on it. Oh, that would look cool. I think I want more of those. Whatever those are. We don't have to know. We don't need to stress out about anything. If you're stressing out when you're automatic drawing, there's something seriously. See a psychiatrist, because you know, don't take offense by that, but seriously, you might seriously need some help, because it is very relaxing. And that's it. I wanted to draw a bunch of gross stuff here at the end. As a matter of fact, we can just put maybe what looks like a boil. That's nasty. Ugh. But even though I'm grossing myself out, it's a good thing for my brain ultimately. So just let that go a bit. I think a little empty space might be fine. Maybe we should section it off, because that would be fun. So why not? I got the idea, and that means we should go for it. Hopefully my hand was moving before my mouth did. We're going to section off that area for no reason, and then we're going to shade in a bit from here to here, like so. And these just came in for no reason. So there we are. something a little softer, a little hidden softness in here. Who knows what those could be? That's it, guys. It's that easy. Um, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, and I got some drawing practice in today. I got some brush practice in today. I got to let go with my brain and have a nice, relaxing time. You could do, depending on how much detail you want to put in, how much time you have. You know, pick your implements, pick your drawing implements right. If you pick a really nice fine pen with a little tiny tip, just realize that you're probably going to be there a long time. Pick a smaller notebook, like a really small notebook, and do like really fine details, and you can take that with you, and you don't have to think about what you're drawing. You can just relax and pop some of that stuff out. You know, pick an implement that's appropriate for the size of workspace that you're using. If you're doing a notebook like this, you see that took me about 35 minutes or so. Um, Experiment with all sorts of different pens and pencils and paper and surfaces. You guys can do. Sky's the limit, guys. This will help you improve on your creativity and your other drawings. All right, it's not just by doing this. You will mostly get better at this. You'll start to realize the aesthetic nature of things. And you'll realize what kind of lines and what kind of repetitious patterns create what effects. So in that way, it will help you draw, and it will help you with your ink control and whatever medium you're using. It'll help you control that more. Because a lot of this stuff for me is muscle memory. It's just coming out. My hand has done that thousands and thousands of times, so it does it again, right? It doesn't stop to worry about anything. You can just get into that free flow state that I was talking about and let it go, and you'll see that your hand is kind of just doing whatever it wants. But there you go. I think that's informative. I hope that helps some people. It really is easy. Your first one might not be the best. And you should get, just experiment with different pens and pencils, whatever you're using, and you'll find that some of them are better for you, and those are the ones that you should practice for a while till you get good at it, and then you'll see that you'll be able to do it with more implements as you go along. If you think this was cool, if you found this helpful, guys, give me a follow, hit the like button, whatever it is, wherever you see this. You know, help support us in whatever we're doing. Check out my links below, do all that stuff. Thank you so much, guys, coming in. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun. We're just doing a short one today. Yeah, but most importantly, stay metal.